Today's practice is a little more challenging. It's for strengthening our backs. You're going to also do some longer holds and a couple favorite poses. And you'll want to have with you 2 blocks and a yoga strap and a blanket. Let's get started. We're going to start today's practice in a downward facing dog. Go ahead and set yourself up on your mat. Feet are about hip width distance, maybe a little wider, and heels are slightly out to the side. 5 breaths here. Spinning your triceps towards the floor, towards your heels. Last big breath. And exhale it all out. Bend your knees. Let's come up top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. 5 breaths here. You can have your knees bent. Tip yourself forward and pull your core in. And then hands are on your frontal hip bones. Squeeze your elbows towards one another as you lift your chest up. So now your chest is looking at the floor, parallel to the floor. Get your core engaged. Come all the way up to standing. Nice. Inhale, both arms are up. And exhale, forward, fold, and down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, come to a high plank, a low plank. Elbows are in, upward face, and downward facing dog. Good, right foot steps, warrior 1, inhale, open to warrior 2. As you exhale, reverse the warrior, and exhale all the way down. High, low, inhale up, exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, lift up, warrior 1, and open up, warrior 2. Good, reverse, inhale, and exhale, high to low. Down we go, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale the breath all out. Right foot, warrior 1. Open, warrior 2. Just move in energy. Just let your body move. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, coming down. High plank, pause, right hands down. Spinning, Vashisthasana, side plank. Feet are stacked, left arm lifts. 3, 2, and 1. High plank, good. Send it back, downward dog. Big breath here. Big exhale here. Nice left foot, warrior 1. Rise up. Open, warrior 2. Reverse. And exhale, high plank. Pause, left hand down. Just 3 breaths, Vashisthasana. Side plank. It's a plank on your side, so your tailbone drops and your right hand lifts. And close it up, high plank and downward facing dog. And gently put your knees on the floor. 1 breath, child's pose. And then from here, we're going to come up into tabletop. So if you have, if you're working on hardwood floors like I am and you'd like to pad your knees, that feels better for you, please do so. We'll be here a little while because we're working now on strengthening our back. You're going to extend your right leg straight back behind you. You want it at hip height. Now look, it's really easy to dump and compress the discs. We do not want to do that. You want to lift up through your core, almost flattening the lower part of your back. So there's no arch there really. And if you feel like I just can't quite do that, then lower the leg, and that will, by structural demand, will lower and release the low back. So you choose, if it's possible to, keep that leg elevated as high as feels appropriate, given that you want to pull in through your abdominal core here. And we're breathing for 5. Lengthen your spine. And 1, we're going to press that right ball of foot into the floor. Pick up the left knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send it back, 3-legged dog. Left knee opens out to the side. Breathe. Press back through both arms. Inhale. And exhale, we're gonna close it back up. Keep the right leg where it is. Place the left knee gingerly and gently on the floor. Float your right leg up and then bend that right knee. So your right sole of foot now is looking at the ceiling. We're gonna stay here and lengthen our spine forward. Neck is more or less neutral here, you guys. So you're not looking up and you're not looking down. You're just kind of looking ahead of your mat. Now you'll feel this is strengthening your arms and your glutes. And if you like, you can lift that right heel a little bit higher. And then lower it back to its start position, and then lift it just a little bit higher. Peel back through the top of the left hip, because the left hip is going to try to go to the midline. We want it neutral, and then lower it, and then lift last time. Nicely done, and lower it. Both knees are on the floor. Left leg straight back behind you. Keep your core engaged. Same action, so your tailbone is dropping to the extent to which you can keep your neutrality in your low back. Good. Breathing there. Stay with it now, taking pressure off your wrists by pushing into the base of your knuckles. Life hack. Life hack number 54. We got to write that one down, right? Keep your toes pointing to the floor, left pinky toe to the floor. Breathe here, 5. How's your core? Are you engaging it? 4. That's really important. 3. 2, and then we're slowly going to put that left ball of foot into the floor, pick up the right knee, and lift it back up into a 3-legged dog. Send your hands back, hips back, breathe in, breathe out, inhale. And then slowly float shoulders over your wrists. Let's come down, putting that right knee on the floor. Good. And from here, we're going to send that left leg straight back. Bend the left knee. Lift that left heel to the ceiling if you like, any amount, or keep it just where you started. Good. Lift a little higher, and then bring it back down. Lift a little higher, bring it back down. Very nicely done. Both knees on the floor. Roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. Let's move the blanket out of the way if you have that. Walk your feet back. Take a full breath here. And exhale, the breath is out. Nice, let's come back onto our knees. This time we're going to lay onto the floor. Shalambhasana, everybody's favorite. Yeah, maybe not, but you know what? It's so effective and so powerful. So give it a go. Take your hands behind you, fingertips on the floor, and then lift your head and shoulders off of the floor. Squeeze your back and lift your toes up. Lift your legs up off the floor. Keep your fingers on the floor. Lift your legs a little bit more, and then from that lift, send your chest forward. Use your hands as leverage. Chest comes forward. Lift up more through your shoulders. Good. Stay here or lift your arms off of the floor too. Everything off of the floor as long as your spine is lengthening. 5. And release, cheek to the floor. Take a full breath in, relax your back. Letting it go. You ready? Let's go again. This time we're going to interlace our hands at our low back. Pick your hands off of your backside, forehead's on the floor to begin. Shoulders roll back, head lifts up. Good. Feet stay on the floor as we begin this. So you want to emphasize the lift of the chest. Then lift your legs. Yes, good. Flex your toes. You got this. Keep breathing. Open your chest. Open your collarbones. Lift a little higher. Breathe. And release, cheek to one side, bend your knees, sway your legs side to side. Very nice. Okay, you ready? Fingertips underneath your shoulders. You're going to inhale, lift up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Long breath. Let it out. Inhale. Exhale. One more here. And exhale. Very nicely done. We're going to step the right foot forward. Come into a warrior one. Inhale, rise. Open, warrior two. Good. Reverse the warrior, up and back. And then we'll come forward into a Parsva, side angle lunge. So you want that left leg going straight back. And reach your left arm over your ear, spin the ribs towards the ceiling, open out through the right side. Now, this is one of those poses that your body's gonna marinate in. So we're gonna be in here for a little bit, and I want you to use your breath as your anchor. Use your breath as Thich Nhat Hanh would call it, your most intimate companion, so that you've got that. Now, if you find you're getting restless and you just can't wait for the pose to get over, that's awesome. That's growth. When we watch what the mind, its habit is, it's always ready to flee, right? Remember, when I first started teaching, I ran across a quote, never underestimate the inclination to bolt, right, to leave. This is just what we do as humans. So watch it. It's not personal. It's not, idiosyncratic to any of us. It's just part of the condition, being human, maybe mammal, I don't know. And just watch it. Watch your mind. Watch all the little tricks. See if you can breathe with this. You got 5 more breaths. Nice. Come up, warrior two. Both arms straight, both legs straight. Reach up to the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, coming back into Parsva, this time you're going to take your top arm behind you for a bind, a half bind. You can reach it all the way around so that you're holding on to your right thigh with your left hand, or simply have your hand at your back. Open up through both sides of your chest. Breathe here. Excellent for posture, excellent for strength, excellent for working our mind into the moment that it wants to get out of. Breathe with you. Here you go. Stay with it. You got it. 3 more breaths. You can do this. It's challenging. I'm with you. I know. I'm doing it with you. I understand. But we got this. 1 more breath. Inhale. Very nicely done. Warrior two. Both arms straight, both legs straight. Reach up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands. Shoot the heels of them up. And then we're going to go directly into triangle pose. Reach that right arm down and then back and up. Open through the left side of your chest. Feel the stretch. Side ribs. Maybe glute med. You're pushing into the outer edge of your back foot to attain the glute med stretch. Nicely done. Stay with it now. Breathe and open. Your head can be straight forward. You can look down at your toes, or you can look up at your thumbnail. That's your classic alignment. It doesn't work for all of us. Just feel what works for your neck today and do that. Good. 1 more breath. And exhale. Beautifully done. Bend into that right knee. Grab yourself a block. We're moving into Ardha Chandrasana. Block is ahead of you. Your outer seam of your left leg is looking at the ceiling. Lift the left arm up. Toes are flexed. Good. Hips are stacked. Shoulders are stacked. Turn. Breathe. My floor is talking back to me. It's squeaking. It's okay. Breathe. Any distractions will be there, and our job is to stay as steady and have fidelity to our breath and our center, even as things come in to literally pull us off center. We've got this. Here you go. 5. Be strong. Stay with it. Last big breath. Inhale. Nicely done. Exhale. Both feet on the floor. Soft knees. Good. Inhale. Both arms up to standing. Maybe you interlace your hands and you send the heels of them to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Good, and exhale. Both hands down alongside you, stepping to the short part of your mat. Inhale, both arms reach. Get tall again. And then I want you to keep that length, you guys. As you come forward, bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, high plank, low plank. Inhale, pause, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing diggity dog. Here we go. Big breath in. Exhale, long breath out. Left foot, warrior. 1, left side, rise up. Open, warrior 2. Good, reverse the warrior. And here we go. Side angle. Part 1. I'm recommending the right arm over your ear. You could do it right arm up to the ceiling or down. You know, and honoring your body's experience. This is a challenging class. And so if your body says, I'm tired and this isn't what I need today, I need something a little more chill, you can still do the class, but just take it down a notch. You know, come out of the pose, rest, go back in. I'll still be here. Breathe in. Making this thing. So see what works for you. That's the important part of listening to our bodies. Now, as you're doing this, you're going to spin those top ribs up to the ceiling and back and reach your right arm. Beautiful. Stay with it now. Press that right thigh back. Release your toes. Release your jaw. Hey, if you're shaking and baking and your legs are kind of doing that thing, that's okay. That's just getting stronger. And we could talk about the chemistry of it, which I won't this moment, but this is part of what can happen as we challenge ourselves, and that's okay. If it feels okay to stay with it, stay with it. If it feels like you need to come out, come out. Breathing here. We just have 5 more breaths here. Keep spinning those right ribs up. Good. Reach that top arm. Whichever way you have it. Getting a break in a moment. Here we go. Ready? Reach, inhale. Spin against the exhale. Last one. Breath here. Nicely done. Exhale. Stay in the pose so you're fully exhaled. And then warrior 2. Straighten out both legs, both arms. Reach up. You ready? Part 2. Back into our parsa. This time it's a bind, so that opens the shoulders. It gives the top arm a little respite, but it's also a beautiful stretch for the shoulder. So we're breathing here and just allowing the inner thighs to release, because this is a hip opening as well. See if you can relax into the challenge. And the way we do that is through grounding, because if we are being challenged, but we're not grounded, it's very difficult to relax. So see if you can trust into your earth, into this vertical current of lengthening. Yeah, opening. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Warrior 2. Both legs straight, arms up. Inhale, reach. Maybe a little back bend, and then go directly into your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Good. Stay with your breath. Stay with you. You got this. Opening out to the side. Nice. Breathe with it. Feel the strength in your legs. 5. Breath in and out through the nose. 4. Good, last big breath here. Nicely done. And let's come into our Ardha Chandrasana. I do recommend using a block. Find your block. Place it in front of you, tallest setting. Pinky toes lining up sort of to the right of the block, to the right of the block, and then float the left. Float your right leg up and your right arm up as you spin to the right. Keep breathing, keep turning, staying with it. Lift any amount more. Last 5. And 1. Beautifully done. Soft knees, top of your mat. Move that block out of the way. Inhale, both arms are up. Walk forward and then pitch yourself forward. Swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, come to a high plank, a low plank, upward dog. Breath, pause. And exhale, downward facing dog. We go. Inhale. And exhale. Right foot, warrior 1. Inhale, lift up. Woohoo! Exhale, open warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. And all the way down, high plank. Low plank, inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior 1. Inhale. Open, warrior 2. Good, reverse. And exhale, high plank to low plank. Inhale, pause in your upward dog. And downward facing dog. What do you say we do that again? Okay, right foot, warrior 1. Inhale, we go. Exhale, warrior 2. Just moving lactic acid out. Reverse that warrior, and then all the way down. High, low, upward dog, and downward facing dog. Left leg. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open. Reverse. Good, and all the way down we go. Low plank, upward dog, and downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Good, float your shoulders over your wrists. You can have your knees down. We're doing 5 of these, ready? Low plank, push it up. Low plank, upward, low, high plank, 2 more. Low plank, elbows are in, high plank. Low plank, high plank, and child's pose. Good, rolling up, here we go. Directly into pigeon, lift that right leg up and open, and we're coming forward. Pigeon it is. Elbows are on the floor, drop your head, breathe. Take a few more breaths here. If your mind is starting to wander, as it may do after we're challenged, our mind will be like, hey, we're in a more restful pose. It'll start chatting away. That's okay. This is the nature of the mind vis-a-vis activity. And so what we're doing here is noticing it and just staying with breath. And then we'll come back up. Let's swap sides. Roll over your left toes. Pull it back downward. Facing dog. Left leg is up. Bend that left knee. And forward we go into pigeon on this side. See what parts of your body you can let go and relax here. You're close to the earth. What can drop? Your shoulders drop. And your forehead drop. And your bones drop. Can your worries drop? Just drop it all. Best you can, just for here, just for now. Go back with the top of the left hip. And then come on up. Nicely done. We're going to be seated here if you have your yoga strap nearby and something to sit on, please. We're going to sit on a blanket or a pillow just to support our low back. And then we'll come directly into Upavista Konasana. You can use a block to catch your forehead, any height, maybe multiple blocks. Flex toes, wide-legged, seated forward fold. See if you can lengthen your spine. Five more breaths here. And then walk your hands back. Take that yoga strap, wrap your right foot around with it. So the sole of your right foot's got that yoga strap, and we're going to lean forward. Both hands are on the yoga strap. Leaning forward, looking out for sending chin forward. You want to pull back with the back of your head a little bit, and then drop yourself forward. Engage your right quadricep and breathe here. Three more breaths. And coming up, we'll swap sides. Let's go over to the left, forward, reaching, press through the right heel so the opposite leg pushes away as you lean forward to stretch the back of the left leg here, flexing the left toes towards your left knee. Push that heel away on the left side and the right. Engage through both sets of quadriceps. And then slowly come on up. So before we go into shavasana, we're going to do a boat pose, and I'm going to show you a variation of boat pose. You can stay seated on the blanket if that feels right for you. So boat pose, your classic boat pose, legs are out, right? Remember this? This variation is you're holding onto your toes. You've got boat pose back, but you have something different in your feet. So you've got, as you start in a Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet kind of coming together, and you're holding on to your big toes with your peace and middle finger, and then you open out. Your legs are out, so it's kind of like Upavista Konasana, except you're seated. So we just did Upavista Konasana, seated, and this is a variation of boat and Upavista Konasana. Had a baby, and this is what it looks like. So stay with it, it's a balance. And breathe. 5. Relax your shoulders. 4. Good. 3. 2. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Place your feet on the floor. And we're coming back. Here we go. Take your blanket. Maybe you flip it or get another pillow and place it underneath the back of your head. Knees go to the left. Stretch your right arm to the right. And then up through center. Knees go to the right. Stretch your left arm left. Very nicely done. Come back through center. Pause. You can place a block underneath your low back. Just here for 5 breaths. And then lift up. Release the block. So shavasana, you can take blocks underneath the back of your ankles. You could also do legs up on a wall or a couch. That could feel really nice. Let yourself really rest here. So drop your shoulders wherever you are, away from your ears, and relax, finding that space to let go. Rest longer if you can. Otherwise, tip over to one side. Press yourself up to seated. And namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'll see you next time.